Next, less than a month before the 9/11 anniversary, the debate over plans to build a mosque at Ground Zero is growing more intense by the day. President Obama kicked up the controversy when he spoke out on the subject Friday night. Republicans pounced. And tonight, the Senate's top Democrat is pulling away from the White House position. Dan Harris is in Lower Manhattan tonight. Hey, Dan.
George, good evening. As you know, the Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is one of the most staunch allies that the president has. But today, Reid publicly split from Mr. Obama over this controversy here at Ground Zero. And this is just one example of how this issue is creeping into campaigns all over the country. Today, conservatives were turning up the volume against the planned Muslim community center.
Mr. President, Ground Zero is the wrong place for a mosque.
Nazis don't have the right to put up a sign next to the Holocaust Museum in Washington.
President Obama did his best to avoid the issue today. He gave a speech on Friday that seemed to support the project, only to seemingly backtrack somewhat the next day.
I was not commenting, and I will not comment on the wisdom of making a decision to put a mosque there.
Critics say the president is putting his allies in a tough spot, with polls showing more than 2/3 of Americans against the community center. Today, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, who's in a tough re-election fight against a Tea Party Republican, came out against the project, saying in a statement that the mosque should be built elsewhere. Muslim activists say angry rhetoric is fueling a dangerous level of Islamophobia, with protests over proposed mosques in places like Tennessee and Wisconsin.
There isn't a Muslim in this room that can say they peacefully assembled.
The bombing of a mosque in Jacksonville, Florida in May, and a church in Gainesville, Florida that's now planning to burn Qurans on September 11th.
Even after 9/11, there was a reservoir of goodwill. We had people bringing flowers to mosques that were vandalized nationwide. But I've really never seen the level of Islamophobia that we're experiencing today.
I'm not going to allow Muslim leaders to deter someone like myself from speaking out under this claim of Islamophobia. The main focus of this debate should be, does that mosque belong at Ground Zero? And the answer is it does not.
Today, a group of prominent Republicans announced that they are working behind the scenes. These are Republicans of Muslim and Arab descent. They announced that they're working behind the scenes to get their fellow party members to ratchet down the rhetoric.